Shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom. It's Babylon's New Year. Um, so I thought I would do a Babylon review of the years to bring us up to speed, or to bring those who haven't been following or watching up to speed of what is going on in the world, so that your eyes can be open and your ears can be open. Thank you for your 10 minutes of your time. Let's get right into it. So, as we move into the light age, progressing into eternity, right? Information has information and technology has brought man to a point where he no longer has to labor physically by hands. Okay? Meaning you can employ technology, or you can employ light information to do the grunt work that you would have to do physically. Okay? Because we're transitioning into the light age. Okay, cloud technology. This is the light age. All right. In 2001, we know what happened on 911. Okay. From that time to 2015, that was the ending age of the uh industrial um industrial age. Let's just say that. Okay. Um During that time, we had the great financial crisis, which was the end of fiat credit, okay, globally. Then we had 2018, which is the housing financial crisis, which was the end of sovereign wealth globally. And then in 2015, 2016, the Pope closed the double doors of mercy for that year of Jubilee. Meaning he forgave all the debt prior to uh 2018. From 2018 back, he forgave all that. 2008, he gave all that back. Now we are going into the sovereign debt crisis, which in this next crash will be sovereign debt for creditors in government nations. Okay, which will bring us back down to a feudal system. Okay, but this time the peasants have the control and the rule, if they have the knowledge to utilize uh, the technology and the information for their benefit. The powers that be do not want to lose this control. Okay, so they have to change the financial system. So the next system is a digital system, but it's going to be partly weak and partly strong. Okay, partly weak and partly strong. We already see that. The reason why we see this is because going into the light age, there's not enough light to go around for everyone. That's why sometimes some of the hemispheres in darkness or in shadow stage, and some of it is in light stage. So it's an ebb and flow from light to dark. Some nations are wealthy at one point, some nations are not wealthy at one point. There's not enough resources, right, in its current form to share with everyone in the light age. So that's why we're going to a collective community into the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is going to be a collective theocracy, okay, or a communistic theocracy. There will be rule of law. It will be God. It won't be man's law. It won't be man's constitution. It will be God's constitution, and there will be just rulers, and there will be unjust rulers still as we in this transitioning time, because they still going to be in the old mindset of man's rule. okay, in man's constitution. So that has to be weeded out. That's why the Messiah says, bring them hither, all those who will not have me rule over them, and get rid of them. Okay? So when Pope Francis came to the United States in 2015, he showed that he was in control of the Triple Crown, which is land, air, and sea, part and parcely 1/3. And we have Her Majesty has another part of 1/3, or I think it's 1/3 that she has. And then you have the people, whatever makes up a whole. Okay, I don't want to go into I don't want to get off too deep in the topic. I'm just trying to give you to understand it. So technology has brought the cost of living down, but in doing that, right, the powers that be don't want to give up control, because the more productive you are, right, it's supposed to bring the cost of living down. So they shut down the world economy. Okay, that was a reset. Okay, they used that. That was a reset. But then we're coming into another reset for the sovereign side of the ledger. Okay, a lot of businesses are going to be going out and not coming back. Okay, so they want you to be on a system where their major corporations can uh, have a monopoly on the transaction and information to sell to you. That's what they want. But they can't get that because there are some players in the round table who will not go along with this. Who will not go along with this. Hence the reason why you have China, Russia, North Korea, and some parts of South America. Okay, they're not going along with the central planning that they want to have to squeeze the world into a one world government. Okay, we already had the one world government foundation has already been laid. That was done in 2015 when the One World Trade Center was finished. Okay, that was the signal that it was the foundation was laid. The problem came in when Trump came in. He threw a wrench in the plans. Okay, he threw a wrench in the plans. He did some things that gave the people more strength and more power, and yet he saved the republic from fully being turned over to the central planners or the central bankers. Okay, the central bankers have control of the fiat system. It's their system. Okay, but in doing that, giving them over that control, information was brought out to the people. So you have two forces going on. Hope this is making sense. You have the kingdom of heaven that's coming up, which is light age, which is knowledge and wisdom, understanding, and the fear of God coming up, while the kingdom of darkness is coming down. And they are meeting at each other. And technology is going to be the thing that is going to break the cycle of control for some who can see how to live freely in this new information age. Okay? With that being said, the only way that they can continue with their plan is by force, coercion, and removing your speech or removing your First Amendment. Okay, and that's what we see is going on now. So from here on out, we have to be mindful, especially going into 2022, mindful of the cunning ways that the devil will use this day and age, the information, right, to stifle you as an individual and collective groups. Okay, but you will see once this sovereign debt crisis goes out into full play, that will be the time where they will panic because they will no longer have control. And if the people rise up smartly, they will see that it will be part and parcel strong and weak until His Majesty comes and remove the wicked. Okay? Shalom, shalom.